Help, my Lyly's dying. The trembling voice of a child pierced through the quiet night like a blade. But it didn't reach 911, or any emergency hotline. Instead, it landed in the private voicemail inbox of Alexander Rain, a cold, reclusive billionaire known for firing people with a text and avoiding the world behind steel walls and bodyguards. And that wrong number would change everything. Chapter 1. The Call. Alexander Rain didn't sleep much. Despite owning half the city's skyline and every luxury imaginable, his penthouse was silent, his heart lonelier than the echo in his 85th floor living room. That night, he poured another glass of scotch, sat at the edge of the grand piano he never played, and for some reason, checked the backup line, the phone no one ever called anymore. One voicemail. New. Timestamp 3:11 a.m. He pressed play. Please, I don't know if this is the hospital, but help. My sister Lyly is shaking and her eyes won't open. I tried to call 911 but I think I got the number wrong. Mommy's not home. I don't know what to do. Alexander froze. A small voice, trying not to cry. She didn't even say her name. Just panic. Just fear. He replayed it. Something in him, something buried since he lost his own little sister in a car accident 30 years ago, cracked wide open. He didn't think. He moved. Chapter 2. The Search. With $1 billion empire at his fingertips, Alex activated every resource: tower triangulation, voice match software, his personal pilot. Within 14 minutes, he had the address. It was a rusted trailer on the outskirts of town, barely held up by cinderblocks and hope. By the time he arrived in his matte black SUV, the sun hadn't even begun to rise. The trailer door was cracked open. Inside, a little girl no older than 8 sat by an old mattress, cradling another tiny body wrapped in a blanket. Lyly, don't leave me, I called the number on the fridge, I thought it was help. Alex stepped in, slowly. No bodyguard, no suit, just a shaken man in a hoodie, more scared than he'd been in decades. I heard your message, he said gently. I'm here now. Chapter 3. Lyly. Lyly was 5, tiny, pale, burning with fever. Her breathing shallow. She had pneumonia, severe, untreated. No meds, no insurance, no adult home. Their mother, later found, had been working the graveyard shift cleaning a warehouse across town. Alex didn't wait. He carried Lyly himself, with the other little girl, whose name was Mia, gripping his hand. He didn't call for an ambulance. He was the ambulance. They sped to the private wing of the city's best hospital, one he had funded but never visited. Doctors rushed in, machines beeped, wires connected. Mia sat in the hallway, her face pressed into Alex's jacket. He sat next to her for hours. Chapter 4. Ice and Fire. As Lyly slept in the ICU, Alex confronted a truth he'd buried for decades. His sister had been Mia's age when she died. He'd been just old enough to remember the sirens, the screams, the helplessness, and the silence that followed for years. His parents never recovered. He drowned in business, buried the guilt with gold. But Mia's voice, that voicemail, Lyly's little fingers holding onto life, it all tore the ice from his chest. That day, Alex Rain didn't go back to his skyscraper. He stayed. Chapter 5. The Storm After the Calm. Lyly recovered, slowly, carefully, but the truth of their situation broke Alex. The trailer was unfit for living. The mother, Rosa, was kind, hardworking, but desperate. Bills unpaid, food barely enough, one accident away from losing everything. Mia apologized to Alex when he returned to visit the next week. I didn't mean to bother a rich man. I just wanted someone to help Lyly. You didn't bother me, Mia, Alex whispered, kneeling before her. You saved 2 lives that night. Yours, and mine. Chapter 6. Unlikely Family. Months passed. The media never found out. Alex paid off the family's debts quietly, relocated them into a beautiful home near a park with swings Mia had once only dreamed about. Rosa got a job at one of his foundations. The girls started school, but most importantly, he kept showing up. He read bedtime stories, took them to doctor appointments, taught Mia how to play piano, and for the first time since he was a boy, he laughed. He didn't just donate anymore, he lived again. Final chapter. Full circle. 1 year later, on the anniversary of the night she made the call, Mia stood on stage at a children's hospital gala, nervously holding a note. She called the wrong number, Alex introduced, his voice breaking. But she reached the right heart. Mia smiled, then read softly, sometimes the wrong number can save your whole life. Because the right people don't need sirens to hear you. Just heart. The crowd stood in silence. Then applause. Ending message. This story is about how one mistake, one call to the wrong number, led to healing old wounds, saving young lives, and building an unexpected family. Sometimes, the people who seem the farthest away from the world are just waiting for someone to reach out. And sometimes, heroes don't wear capes, they wear regret, suits, and grief, until a little girl reminds them how to live again.